Email marketing is hands down one of the cheapest, most cost-effective ways to generate revenue for an e-com store. But after auditing the email marketing for over 150 brands, most, if not all of these brands are missing out on easy email revenue because they're making these 9 common mistakes. So let me show you how to fix them. If you don't know who I am, my name is Luca and I'm the founder of Grow Pronto. We're an email and SMS agency that has driven over $60 million in email and SMS sales for over 75 brands to date. Before we get into the rest of the video, if you want a cheat sheet on the 50 low-hanging opportunities that I immediately go for when auditing a new Klaviyo account, it will literally go through all the quick fixes that you can make in your Klaviyo account that I've learned over the past 4 years, helping my clients drive over $60 million in email and SMS revenue. Go claim it for free in the description below. Now let's get back into the video. Mistake number 1, not having an abandoned cart flow. You're probably thinking, I have an abandoned cart flow. How would anyone forget to set that up? Here's how it works. Most brands think they're covered because they set up what Klaviyo calls an abandoned cart flow like this. But if you check the trigger of that flow, it's only triggered when someone starts a checkout. So you might think you have an abandoned cart flow, but instead you have an abandoned checkout flow. It's a huge difference. And if you have only one of these set up, then you're quite literally missing out on all the people who are abandoning carts on your website. And the worst part, Klaviyo makes it so easy to miss this. They literally call the abandoned checkout flow in Klaviyo as the abandoned cart flow. I don't want you to make this mistake, so here's how to check if you actually have a proper abandoned cart flow set up. In Klaviyo, I want you to go down to metrics, and then I want you to search up added, and this should pop up where it says added to cart. If it doesn't, then you don't have the proper code on your website to be able to track abandoned carts correctly. I'll leave a link in the description to a Klaviyo article that will show you exactly how to set up the code on your website so you can start tracking abandoned carts. Once this is set up under metrics, what I want you to do is go under flows, and then under flows, go to create flow, and then search up cart. This one over here that says abandoned cart reminder, standard email and SMS is going to be the one that you use for your abandoned checkout. And then the one at the bottom over here, abandoned cart reminder, added to cart trigger, that's going to be the one for your abandoned cart flow. And when you have them both live, you can expect to see results like this, or this. Now let me show you the second mistake that I've seen kill flow performance in dozens of accounts. Mistake number 2, using Smart Send in your flows. This is how brands are preventing their most important emails from ever sending to their customers. Klaviyo has this feature called Smart Sending, and it's supposed to stop recipients from receiving too many emails in a short time window. It seems helpful at first glance, but it's going to prevent you from generating a ton of revenue in your flows. When Smart Sending is turned on, Klaviyo might stop sending your most important emails because that person may have received an email campaign earlier. For example, let's say you're running a 4th of July sale. This is a huge time of the year for a lot of e-com brands where they really need to drive a ton of revenue. Someone receives your email and wants to go shop. They go and add a few products to the cart, and then their kid starts bugging them. They get distracted and they leave your website and they don't purchase. That person should receive an abandoned cart email a few hours later, reminding them about what they left behind and handling objections about their purchase. But if you have Smart Sending on in that flow, they're never going to get your abandoned cart emails. This is a big problem because your flows are often your most highest converting emails. And we've seen this hit flow revenue by as much as 20%. Now, Klaviyo automatically has Smart Send on for all flows by default. So what you should do is enter all your flows and then go into each email and then manually turn Smart Send off for each one. Previously, I had audited a brand's emails, which later became my client. And in the audit process, I told them turn off Smart Send in your abandoned cart flow. And within a week, they'd seen their abandoned cart flow revenue jump by about 15%. This quite literally might be the easiest thing that you can do to improve your flow revenue overnight. Now let me show you the third mistake most brands make that's crippling their email performance. Number 3, not sending enough campaigns. Most brands simply don't email their list frequently enough. And honestly, this is one of the biggest levers that I pull when I work with a new brand for their email marketing. A lot of brands I audit send 1-2 campaigns a week, or maybe even a bi-weekly campaign. We found the sweet spot for most brands doing above $50,000 a month is around 3 to 5 campaigns a week. Now you might be wondering, am I going to spam my subscribers? Everyone's going to unsubscribe from our emails. And that couldn't be farther from the case. We're living in 2025. Most customers are inundated with marketing messages, and I can guarantee you all your subscribers are subscribed to at least 10 to 15 newsletters themselves. And all those big brands are sending them newsletters way more frequently than yours is. So that means your brand is not going to be top of mind for them when they need whatever product that your brand sells. If you want to stand out in 2025, where competition is basically at its peak, you need to be in front of your customers more often, and they need to be reminded about your brand. And the cheapest and the most cost-effective way to do that is with your email campaigns. You might be wondering though, I can't come up with 3 to 5 campaigns a week. I can't think of these ideas. How do I make sure we're actually engaging? What I want you to do is stray away from all discount campaigns, and we're only going to focus on campaign ideas that have value-driven content. If you're struggling to come up with ideas, I'm going to throw like 100 campaign ideas up on screen right now. You can go ahead and screenshot it. And these are evergreen, so most brands can basically use these at any point in time. By increasing your campaign frequency with valuable, non-promotional content, you'll stay top of mind for your subscribers, build stronger relationships, and ultimately drive more revenue. without having to constantly rely on discounts. If you're enjoying this video and want to see all the 50 low-hanging opportunities that I go for when I enter a new Klaviyo account, then go claim the free cheat sheet that I personally made in the description below. This short list is going to include the learnings from over 4 years of doing email marketing and driving over $60 million in email and SMS sales for top brands like Colors & Co, Arcade 1UP, Ritual Zero Proof, Nature's Plus, and more. If you want that cheat sheet, go claim it for free in the description below, and let's get back to the video. The fourth mistake is not optimizing for deliverability. You can write the best copy, have a beautifully designed email, and have a perfect offer, but none of that matters if your emails don't land in the inbox. Many brands hurt their deliverability by having bad email hygiene, meaning their emails go to the promotion folder, get clipped, or worst of them all, to spam. And they wonder why their open rates are bad and their revenue isn't growing. Deliverability is quite literally if your emails get seen or not. Once you damage your sender reputation, it can take weeks, if not over a month, to repair it. Let's break down how you can optimize your emails so they're not going to land in spam. First, if you're going to design emails in an outside platform like Figma, like myself, and you're uploading image slices to Klaviyo's drag and drop builder, then you're going to want to make sure that you're using alt text. If your image doesn't load, which happens a lot, or the recipient has images turned off in their inbox, then they'll be able to see alt text like this. Gmail reads this as important because spammers wouldn't take time out of their day to do this, so it looks better to inbox providers. Second, not compressing your images. If you include images in your email, which I'm assuming you are, you need to make sure you're compressing the image file, because if it's too big, it will make the image load slowly and perhaps help your email land in spam. You got to think about it. A spammer wouldn't take the time out of their day to compress an image. So when you have a low file size for your images, it's going to look a lot better to Gmail and other inbox providers. You also want to make sure you're not having too many links. So I would recommend to keep 12 links in the email at most. You also don't want to be linking all the images in your email. Anything without a product or a button, I would recommend not to link at all. And also get rid of any spammy language. Avoid using words like free, guaranteed, all caps, a bunch of emojis, a bunch of exclamation marks, anything that might make you look like a spammer. You also want to make sure that you're following all the best deliverability practices. And if you want to learn more about deliverability, I've got another video on that above that you can watch after this one. To give you the TLDR, I'll throw up a screenshot on screen now of a quick deliverability checklist that you can implement. Now let's look at the fifth mistake that's killing your email performance. The fifth mistake that I want to talk about is double opt-in. If you're not familiar with it, double opt-in is when you sign up for an email newsletter and you get an email confirmation message like this that says confirm your subscription. Once you click that, you'll be added to the email list. This is great for preventing any bot attacks or fake emails from entering your email list. But the reality of it is that most people aren't going to confirm their subscription after they explicitly opted into your email marketing after signing up for your pop-up. So let's just say 1,000 people enter their email into your pop-up and enter your email list every single month. If you have double opt-in turned on, realistically, how many people out of those 1,000 are going to go to their inbox and click confirm your subscription? Honestly, I'd probably say around 60-70%. So you're basically just killing your throughput by keeping this thing on. So here's what I'd recommend to do. Keep it off for now, unless you're getting a bunch of dead emails in your email list or your site has suffered from bot attacks. Just keep it off, and here's how to do so. So you want to go in your Klaviyo account like this, go down to your lists and segments, and then I want you to search up your main email list. Let's just say it's newsletter. And then you click the newsletter over here and then go to settings, and then in settings, go to consent. And then you want to switch from double opt-in to single opt-in. If you have it turned on, turn it off and you'll see your flow revenue should increase. Number 5, having a low converting pop-up sign-up form. What if I told you the easiest way to improve your email marketing wasn't by touching your emails at all? It's literally just as easy as getting more people into your email list. And if your pop-up is converting at 2 or 3%, like most of the brands I audit, it's underperforming. Every single day that goes by with your pop-up not optimized, you're missing out on all that hot traffic on your website that are browsing products, abandoning carts, and not receiving any emails from your brand. Realistically, 98% of the people who visit your website are never going to buy, but if you converted them into email subscribers, which you can very easily, and send them emails that educate them about your products and actually get them to buy. Let me break this down with an example. Let's say 2 brands get 100,000 unique site visitors per month. Brand A is like the typical brand that has a 3% conversion rate on their pop-up. This leads to 3,000 new people into their email list every month that might generate $10,000 per month through the welcome flow. But brand B listened to this video and actually implemented the 5 things I'm about to show you to get their conversion rate on their pop-up up to 9%. That's 9,000 people into their email list every month, 3 times higher than brand A, and even accounting for diminishing returns is about $25,000 per month with their welcome flow. That's an extra $15,000 per month with maybe an extra 15 minutes of work, accounting for almost $200,000 a year in extra revenue. And the best part is, all that revenue is more profitable because you already paid for that traffic. Here are the 5 things you can do in the next 15 minutes to improve your brand's pop-up. Number 1, you want to follow this framework when creating your pop-up. Include your brand logo, a headline with the offer, a subheadline if you want, email input field, and a button call to action. And that's it. Number 2, for the copy on your pop-up, keep it short, direct, and about the offer. So in your headline, make it something very simple, like get 20% off, or you've got 20% off, something like that. For your subheadline, you can make it like when you sign up for email marketing. Number 3, in terms of the design, you want to keep it simple and focus on visual hierarchy. If you don't know what visual hierarchy is, it's basically when your eye moves from the biggest thing on the screen to the next biggest, to the next biggest, to the next biggest. And you want to do that with the order of importance of the things you're showing. So for example, your headline should be the biggest, maybe your brand logo is the second biggest, then you want a big bold button, a decent sized email field, and then a small subheadline. When it's short, direct, and to the point, I guarantee you in every instance I've tried this, it has increased the pop-up conversion. Number 4, you want to show the pop-up at around 8 to 12 seconds after someone visits the website. And number 5, you want to include a micro commitment. A micro commitment just makes it a lot easier for someone to opt in when they can explicitly say, yes, I do want the offer that you're presenting, and then show them that you have to exchange your email first. That's how I've gotten pop-ups that look and consistently perform like this, to look like this, and convert like this. Now onto mistake number 7, not optimizing for mobile. More than 60% of email opens happen on people's phones, yet most brands are not designing with mobile in mind. I often see emails with tiny text, small buttons, and images that don't look great on mobile phones, which is going to discourage people from interacting with your emails because engaging with them is just too strenuous. Just look at this example. Which email would be easier and more engaging to click with? Here's how you can fix your emails so they're optimized for mobile. Try to use single column layouts, use larger fonts, use bigger buttons, and keep your images compressed, which helps them load faster when your customers are on their data. And 5, make sure you're optimizing for dark mode on mobile. Just look at these 2 examples over here. One email's optimized for dark mode and the other one isn't. A quick and easy fix is just to upload image slices for majority of your email. That will make sure your email color is not inverted when a customer has dark mode enabled on their phone. Number 8, not filtering out of stock products. Imagine this, you're at work, you get an email notification from a brand and it says your product that you're interested in is still waiting for you. You get distracted, click on the email and go and see the product that you were shopping for before. You go to the website and all of a sudden you see the product is out of stock and you can't even shop it in the first place. It makes literally no sense and it just wastes your customers' time. Like, why would you send an abandoned cart email if the product that they were looking at was out of stock? There's a couple ways you can fix this. The easiest way to do this is just to set up a filter to prevent anyone who abandoned a product that's out of stock from receiving an abandoned cart email. Alternatively, you can also set up an email that says, hey, we noticed you were interested in this. It's out of stock, but you might like these instead. A quick little bonus as well, include an email opt-in on your product pages that are out of stock so customers can go ahead and opt in and receive alerts when the product does come back. These out of stock emails convert insanely well. And finally, number 9, not having all the 8 core flows set up in your Klaviyo account. Flows are the highest ROI part of your email marketing. They run 24/7. They send perfectly timed messages to the right person at the right time. And they can drive anywhere between 10 to 25% of your brand's total revenue completely on autopilot without lifting a finger, but only if you're doing it right. Most e-commerce brands have between 1 to 5 of these core flows set up, like maybe a welcome flow, a cart abandonment flow, and that's it. That means they're literally wasting half of the potential they could be receiving from their flows. Here are the 8 flows that your brand needs to set up immediately. Number 1, a welcome flow for when people sign up to your email newsletter. Number 2, a browse abandonment flow when people view product. Number 3, an abandoned cart flow when someone abandons a cart. Number 4, an abandoned checkout flow when someone abandons a checkout. Number 5, a site abandonment flow when someone just browses your site. Number 6, a post-purchase flow after someone purchases. Number 6, a win-back flow to re-engage lapsed customers. And number 8, a sunset flow to get rid of dead profiles in your email list. Most brands skip this because they realize how much time it takes to set up, and they're likely busy just juggling so many different things on their plate. Even having at least 3 to 5 of these set up correctly can completely change your brand's revenue overnight. And all that revenue is going to be highly profitable because it's going to be coming from all the traffic that your brand already paid for. And that just about wraps up the 9 common mistakes that I frequently see after auditing over 150 Klaviyo accounts. Once again, if you want my complete cheat sheet of all the 50 low-hanging opportunities that I go for as soon as I enter a new Klaviyo account, which is basically just building on the things I couldn't fit in this video, then just check out the description below and you can claim it for free. And if you want to learn more about those 8 flows that I said your brand needs to set up, then you can check out this next video where I go in depth on exactly how to set up these flows so you can automate between 10 to 25% of your brand's revenue overnight. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.